the things I love to do is put all of my assignments on haiku. That way kids are always able to access everything we do in class. A kid who is absent never has to ask, oh, what did we do in class on Wednesday? Because everything is on there. I also keep a stack of reference sheets that they're able to access when they say, oh, I don't even remember what denouement is. Well, they go back to their glossary of tools. It's all right there for them to access. They can check out policies, procedures. All of my grades in Infinite Campus are labeled the exact same way as the assignment.
The best thing about our teachers putting all of our stuff online on Haiku is if I were to miss a day or if I'm missing something in class, then I can just go online and get it. Or if she hands out papers or homework or something and I don't get it or I just lose it or something, I can just go online and get it.
Kristen Lively. I'm a math teacher at Eminence High School, and I've been using the blended classroom model as well as the flip model with my Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 students. I chose to use the blended model with Algebra 1 because they're a little less motivated, and I had a hard time getting them to actually watch videos at home and come in prepared to talk about it. So I've used Haiku as my learning management system, and I post my videos online so that they can always go back and review them. But with my Algebra 2 students, I'm using a flipped model. So they use Haiku to access videos and online activities to learn lessons, and then they come in and we do classroom projects and get deeper into the material that way. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about individualized learning with the flipped classroom and using Haiku. So this is my Haiku website, and once you get logged in, as a teacher, you'll see all of the classes on the left hand side that you've created. So I'm just going to use my Algebra 1 class for example. The typical student will log into the classroom and they'll have all of these units. So it's kind of like an online textbook, and if you click on a unit, you'll see that it's organized into different sections, and the students move along at their own pace. Every section will have online videos that they can watch, and they'll have practice problems, homework, journal entries, and they're to move throughout the units, typically at their own pace. I'll teach to the classroom every day, and I'll teach to the middle group. However, some of them will not always be at the same level. Some of them are moving ahead, and some of them are still working on standards from previous units if they're not caught up with me yet. But this is a good example. Unit 2, Solving Inequalities. We'll have the standards, the targets, the videos with online practice, and then you'll see they'll have discussion questions and homework that they can move on, and then they have practice quizzes, and each one has a quiz where they can test out of the
Hey, my name is Marissa Peckett, and I'm a junior at EHS. So what Miss Lively does, our math teacher, is she's created a flipped classroom where you can go home and get on your computer and do work by yourself. You don't have to have a teacher there at all times. And what is nice about that is that she records herself. So if you need to move on to the next lesson, you can go to the next lesson and get her video recording, and you have practice sites that you can practice on, and then you can take a test. And if you're done with that concept, you just go to the next one. And what is nice about that is that sometimes you're slower than people in class, sometimes you're faster, and it's nice to be on your own pace. And if you want to be challenged, you can be challenged and move on. And if you ever need a question or you get stuck on a concept, it's really easy to, call the teacher over there, and she'll come straight over, help you with that concept, and then you can move on. And also, what's nice about her not being up in front of the class teaching the whole time is that whenever she is doing that, you have, 30 students want to ask different questions, and she can't get around to all of them. So it's nice to have her one-on-one help, and then you can move on to the next concept.
Fire! 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 Light it up! Light it up! Fire! Fire!